Hi, I'm Hazel. It is almost Saturday, so it's time for a new vlog. This week, on Monday morning, I want to say, they just sprung the Battle.net balance thing on us. We knew it was coming, and the WoW token value had been like slowly rising over time because people knew it was going to be eventually. At first we thought it was going to be like 715 and then maybe 72, and then somebody was like, no, it's not 72, it'll be later. And we all just kind of thought like one day, and then randomly on a Monday morning, you just wake up and it's like, oh hey, you can now get some sweet Battle.net balance cash for your WoW gold. And everything kind of went crazy. The WoW token value on NA jumped from like, what was it at like before? I don't even know what it was at before, like 40, 50k, like all the way up to like 120k, and then back down to 60k, and then back up, and I don't know where it is now, but the short version of the story is that I decided, and I deliberated over this for a while, but I decided to sink my WoW savings into Battle.net balance because, on one hand, Spider Mount, which I won't ride because it's spooky. On the other hand, Overwatch loot boxes. So I converted pretty much all my WoW savings into Battle.net balance. I plan on continuing to do that as I continue to make gold. And it feels pretty good to just have like a little stockpile of BNet cash so that the next time they do an Overwatch event, I have all the stuff for the Rooster one now, but the next time they do an Overwatch event, I can feel good knowing that I can get probably any skins that I want without having to adjust my schedule too much to try and find time to play during the event. So yeah, I've been pretty happy with that. I know it's been really hard for people that are like trying to just keep up with their sub and have no interest in Battle.net balance and don't make a lot of gold. Those people may have to go back to paying $15 a month or just quit WoW. It's going to be a lot more gold for WoW token for sub fee now, but that's just kind of how it goes. What else started? The Love is in the Air event started. That came back. They added 2 new toys. I don't have them yet. I'm not going to go too crazy hard farming tokens. I'm just going to kind of do the dailies and get this stuff when it happens. I should probably be doing the dailies on 2 characters, although I don't really care about the Love Fool toy. I've never been a huge toy collector. They added a mount for collecting toys, and I don't have it, and sometimes I look and I go, that would be cool to get, and then I go, toys, I do think toys are cool, and I think it's great that they're in a collection, but I also think it's good to know that you don't have to be super into everything. If you were 100% into everything that you can do in WoW, you're just like hardcore about battle pets, you need to have all the toys, you gotta have all the mounts, you gotta be doing the progression mythic rating, you gotta be gladiator in PvP, you gotta be... It's too much. There's too much to do in WoW to do everything. So I enjoy embracing the things that I like doing, and I also equally enjoy letting go of the things that I don't have to do and knowing it's okay, you don't have to do everything. So I definitely want to try the Love Boat toy. That just looks really cool, but I think it's okay to let some of them go by. On that note, the lunar event toys, like the dragon head, middle, and butt, I got the head because I wanted to use it in making the video and because the head is the coolest part, and then I was like, well, I could farm tokens to get the middle and the butt, but when am I ever going to want to be a dragon butt? Anyway, so that's that. Another thing that I'm okay with never getting is the Love Rocket mount. I'm still going to farm for it a little bit, but I'm not going to go super hard. Any of you that are dying for the Love Rocket can definitely go super hard this year. You can even, if you run out of characters to farm it on every day, you can make alts and level them to 16 and then queue them. So have fun with that. Related, this afternoon's YouTube stream is going to be holiday activities. So basically I'm just going to do some dailies and hang out and chat and have some tea. And once I'm done all my dailies, I'm probably just going to queue for the Apothecary Hummel to maybe try my luck at a Love Rocket on like as many characters as I can dig up. I have a lot of characters just like laying around. That should be fun. In the Night Hold, we are now 8 of 10 heroic. We had a good progression week this week. We cleared a lot faster than we did last week, and we managed to kill Botanist and Tichondrius. So that was pretty cool. Ellison is our next progression fight, and I'm going to be much better at that at the beginning of a raid night rather than the very end of one. My brain just can't deal with the bubbles and the speed and the slow and the ring thing. I just can't do it when I'm like falling asleep. So hopefully I have a better time next week. But it seems like a fun fight, and it's good feeling to be just progressing regularly through Nighthold. I have been really enjoying our raid, and I think I'm going to enjoy it even more once we get it really down to a nice, clean one-night clear, and I can have one more night a week back to do whatever it is that I do. Speaking of the whatever it is I do, I've been doing a little bit more Arena lately, and it's been feeling really good. Arena is one of those things that the more you do it, the better it feels, because it feels awful when you're bad at it, but when you have a little bit of practice, it's actually really fun. I'm actually back above 2K on my Alliance and my Horde Druid, which feels really good. 2K is nothing special, of course, but I was getting a little worried that I was never going to get back there. I was like living that like 18 and 1900 life in LFG for a little bit too long. So I feel a lot better now. And I've been really enjoying those casual Twitch streams that we've been doing, where again, I just sort of sit down with a pot of tea and chat with you guys about PvP and just queue some games, and that's been really good. So I want to continue doing that as often as I can, whenever I can fit in time in the afternoons. That's been really good. And questions from this week. Jenny wants to know, are you Canadian? Yes, I am from British Columbia. Hubbard's No Nose wants to know, what was your favorite expansion? So I got this question, I wrote it down, and it took me a really long time to decide. I think I am quite confident that my favorite expansion was Cataclysm. And that wasn't necessarily because Cataclysm was a super great expansion, although I did love a lot of what they did about Cataclysm. Cataclysm was when they brought in Transmog, I'm pretty sure. Cataclysm, they redid the old school leveling system, and I spent a lot of time leveling back then. And I think it's mostly because Cataclysm was my first real front-to-back expansion. I started playing WoW in very late Wrath, so Wrath was kind of my figuring out what's going on in this game phase. And by Cataclysm, I kind of had a handle on things and was really excited to just play. And I had so much fun in Cata. I did my first arenas way back then. I did a little bit of really casual 2s, which is kind of cool. I did my first raids in Cataclysm. I raided in the Firelands. And Cataclysm just has all those rosy gold first memories for me in WoW. I just have a really fond feeling about it. So I would say Cataclysm is my favorite expansion. I think, objectively speaking, MoP was probably the best expansion that I played through just based on the content that it came out with, but I didn't really do a whole lot of the MoP content, so I can't really say. And then Warlords we're just going to skip right over, and Legion's been doing pretty good so far, but I think Cataclysm has that place in my heart just for me. Omer says, what do you think of the Shadow Priest artifact appearance? You think the balance of power is underwhelming? I like the hidden one better. Are you PvPing to get the PvP appearance on your priest? So, I think the balance of power one that you say is underwhelming, I think that's actually what I use. I'm not really sure. Whenever I change my transmog, I just go to my artifact appearance, and I look through and try and find one that has a vaguely matching color. I do like the hidden appearance, but I didn't get it. I believe it's a drop off of Il'gynoth, and I killed Il'gynoth every single week that Emerald Nightmare was out and current. We killed Il'gynoth every single week, sometimes on multiple difficulties, and I saw it once, and it went to somebody who later switched off from a Shadow Priest. So I never got the hidden artifact appearance. I don't go back to Emerald Nightmare to farm it. I don't really care that much. Honestly, sometimes I transmog my artifact out of artifact appearances altogether. I'm definitely not doing PvP in my priest to try and get them because, and I think, you know what the thing is I'm a gnome now. I'm this tall. You can't see it. It's you become a gnome and then you turn on shadow form and I'm just a little black blob. You cannot tell what artifact appearance I'm using. So I've kind of given up on caring about them. If I ever want a really crazy dagger, I'll probably just transmog it to a different dagger. And then Marsh was asking, just wondering, what kind of videos do you plan on making in the future? So I do all sorts of different stuff, but the thing I really like making, oddly enough, is guides. I really like taking something that I know how to do and then breaking it down to try and explain it in a way that's manageable. So basically, I want to try and make guides for all of the things that I am moderately okay at in WoW. So once I get a little bit better at Arena on my Druid, I want to make some Arena guides, some threes guides, healing guides, keybind setups, macro strategies, all that kind of stuff. I like doing PvE guides. I like doing achievements, pet guides. So I think that's always going to be a big part of my channel, is just explaining stuff that I have figured out. Or in some cases, learning something and doing some research and then figuring it out so that I can explain it. So that's always going to be a big thing. And then a little bit of just the social content. So I feel like there's two sort of halves, kind of like half guides and then half of the other stuff, which is the social stuff. That's the vlogs, the battleground videos, the live stream stuff where I just hang out and chat and do just I don't know, slice of life, social, casual, cup of tea and gossip kind of stuff. So those are the kind of videos I'm focusing on. I'm always open-minded. Sometimes I get weird ideas and I just want to try stuff. And that's the really great thing about doing YouTube, is I can make whatever I want. Nobody's going to call me and be like, yo, take that down, unless it's really, really awful, in which case they take it down for you. So that's what I'm working on now. But that's definitely open to change and evolve as the things that I do in WoW change and evolve. It always kind of reflects what I'm personally up to. So that's kind of that. So that has been my week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see some of you this afternoon on the Love is in the Air stream. I'm gonna I'm gonna try my luck at the Red Rocket Man. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but how cool would it be if we did? I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.